What's going on? AJ here, and this episode of the STGeek podcast is brought to you by MUZMM.com. For 20% off your glorious backpack duffel bag hybrid, go to MUZMM.com/discount/STGeekPod. You can also use the discount code STGeekPod at checkout. We appreciate you supporting us in the show, and again, that's MUZMM.com/discount/STGeekPod. Now on with the show, you gorgeous bastard.
Okay, Peter, you wake up early morning, 8 a.m., feeling like a child, feeling like some cereal, okay?
Okay.
Go to your kitchen.
Yep.
Get a bowl, obviously. You wouldn't get a plate, you get a bowl.
Okay, not to interrupt your story real quick, or just
Question.
What's first, milk or cereal?
That's what I'm asking.
That is, in fact, the
Oh, God.
I
question.
was giving you
apparently.
the description of it.
Oh, God,
He's
okay.
laying down the groundwork for you.
So get the bowl, get your cereal, get your milk.
Mm-hmm.
What goes in first?
Obviously, the cereal.
Obviously, the cereal.
What a great answer.
I'm going to get hit.
Because I'm not
Correct.
a monster. Because I'm not a
Points to
He
Gryffindor.
says because he's not a monster. I'm going to get hit, guys.
Devil cereal.
Devil
And on
cereal.
that note, another week, boys, and another episode of the STGeek podcast.
Wow.
I'm your host today. My name's Peter, and with me, as always, are...
John. I was going
I
to
know.
have us talk over each other like that. You got AJ right here.
This is John.
And today,
Yes,
we are
today.
going to be talking about movies that made us cry.
Ooh, yes, we will.
Yes, we will. For episode 100, because
Sure.
why the hell not? It's our show. We do what we want. Usually we talk about movies, comics, video games, TV shows, but mostly it's just whatever the hell comes to our minds. Like which goes first, cereal or milk? Always cereal. Always.
Cereal. Do not be a devil worshiper.
There was
It's-
this. Okay.
Oh, no.
to be fair, though,
Don't tell
to
us
be-
about the time.
was
you
this
thought
to
about
be
the dark
fair,
side.
though?
I was going to say, was this your first year of college? You were experimenting, trying new things out?
Close.
Okay.
It must have been my first year of elementary school or somewhere around that time. It was probably the first time I remember pouring my own cereal, because I remember I'm a kid. I don't know any better. I don't know Obama. I don't know anything about what's going on in the world. And so
I don't know about Obama.
especially at
Put
that
that on a
age.
shirt.
And I did pour the milk first, and then after I poured the cereal, there was something magical about it. It was just so perfect. Like it was just so layered, just even and crisp, and it was so delicious that I was like, "Oh, this is something. I might be onto something here." But then I was never able to replicate exactly what happened that first time. It's failed every single time ever since.
This is a euphemism for drugs, isn't it?
Yeah. You're still chasing that dragon.
That's the lesson to take away from this. Yes. Basically, what I'm saying is Yvonne needs help.
Yeah. Apparently. She had one decent experience where milk accidentally came before cereal, and now it's her way of life, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Let the record show she is great, but she does have a problem.
Some
As a lot
her
of addicts
political
do.
ideas are not
Mhm.
correct.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, when she
All
runs for
right.
president, this will be used against her easily.
Most definitely. She will
Yes.
get canceled.
The cereal
eventually.
scandal.
Mhm.
Exactly. It's going to be a picture of her. Oh, oh
Good
God.
times. Anyway, random shit like that we talk about all the time, always. What do
I'm
we
glad
do?
we're hitting the ground running on episode 100.
Yeah, no kidding. Did I say that already? Episode
you did.
100. Okay.
It should be celebrated, though. It's a feat. It's taken us a while to get there, but I'm glad that
A
we're here.
little longer. There were a
Right.
few vacations that we had to take. A little longer than it probably should have.
Right. Definitely
here
write
now.
it in and let us know your disappointment in us. But still,
Yes, most certainly.
I'm glad we're here. Can we catch up on one thing that we missed over the past couple weeks?
Sure. What would that be?
I just want your opinion, your guys' opinions on freaking Spiky Steppenwolf. Real quick.
Oh.
We're talking about the new Justice League trailer recently where
Yeah, apparently they redesigned the character slightly to where it has like defensive
Give him
spikes. Apparently
Ooh.
it latches out whenever he needs to defend himself. That's the rumor anyway.
So he's a porcupine.
He's a porcupine.
He's kind of like a porcupine.
I've modeled my armor. That's not even how he sounds, but I don't know. Out of the woodland creature that you all worship so dearly.
Okay,
the porcupine.
Okay, before we get into the actual new design, I just wanted to ask you guys and all of our listeners, is it just me, or does the Steppenwolf we got in the shitty Justice League movie look just like Liam Neeson?
What?
He looks like Liam Neeson with kind of Thanos's chin.
Yeah, right. Okay, so it's not just me.
He looks like goat Liam Neeson, in my opinion. I never thought about it until you brought it up, but yeah, he looks like Liam Neeson did it with a goat, and that was a child.
He most definitely does. I'm gonna pull this up.
Did.
Anyway,
I never thought about it that way.
I don't know. The new design. It looks whatever. It's a new design.
It looks like a new design. Yeah.
I mean, it is better, but I don't know. I don't understand people losing their shit over it.
Yeah, I mean,
I think because the man could release a pedo and his fans would lose their shit over it.
Yeah, and that's.
I don't think there's anything he is going to do that's going to upset these fans at all.
Which is cool. I mean, hey, if people are passionate about it, why not? More power to them and all.
I'm
glad that people are hyped for
fanboy
this.
love.
It can be considered that, and
I mean, sorry, it's the truth. I mean, a bad movie is a bad movie.
Right. Let's just hope that this remake is. I mean, we've talked about this so many times, but obviously we're all optimistic. But at the same time, we'll see what happens. We'll be there when it goes down.
I will say it's. There's only one thing I'll say about it, because you're right, AJ. We have talked about it ad nauseum at this point. I will say that it's dangerous to live in a world where all you hear is praise, where you're getting nothing but pats on the back. If you narrow your borders to only listen to people that are telling you what a great job you're doing, it's a dangerous place to be.
The echo chamber, my friend. Welcome
That's
to
all I'll
Twitter.com or the comment section of Instagram.
Anyway, how do I screen share again? Oh, here we go. Let me see.
Oh boy, what do we got?
Fuck. Safari.
Watch the video version of this STGeek podcast on YouTube, if in fact the video version works.
I don't know.
Typically does.
I don't know if this worked. Did this work?
I don't see anything.
Don't know if I want to anymore.
I know, right?
Ah, shit. Okay, I think
Please.
I might have fucked up. I might have to. Okay.
Oh, it's allowing me to share my screen.
Well, fuck you, AJ.
I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. Are you just trying to choose which page to open?
No, it's not letting me. Allow Zoom to share your screen, open system preferences, and grant access.
Oh, you still.
I have to allow myself access? I'm the fucking host.
I know, but I think it's like as a safety precaution for yourself. Like if you're in a work meeting, you don't want to accidentally share the porn you have on another window.
First of all, why would you have that open during?
Thank you.
I mean, you guys heard about that CEO though, right? That one.
Yeah, and he's an idiot.
He's not a CEO. He's like a writer for the New York Times, I thought.
Whatever it was.
Right? And from my understanding, he's already done stupid, shady shit like that. So it was just adding on top of what he did.
Yeah, sure. It was
a pervert's a pervert's a pervert. I mean, in the long run.
I mean, it's like putting milk first before squirting.
Peter's agreeing with the one who's exiting out of the porn.
I know, right? And closing that, switching to incognito mode. I was gonna edit this out, but I think we're good.
Yeah, that was actually a lot tamer than I thought it was gonna be.
I'm holding myself back a little bit.
Peter, are you still struggling?
I give up. It's
not letting me. Would you like me to search something to share on screen?
It doesn't. It's not that important. Forget it. It doesn't matter.
He lost the drive.
But anyway, Spiky Steppenwolf. He looks silly. Looks funny. Apparently, there was one tweet that I appreciated. Apparently, you can polish a turd. It's definitely a turd that's more shiny than it was before. We'll give it that.
You polish a turd, it's still a turd. I think that's the best.
Pretty much.
That's what to take from this.
Yeah. I mean, cool. I guess he looks different. Hopefully, he'll look better in motion. We'll see.
What about that
Instead of-
awesome new trailer? It's now in black and white.
Or color in your if you prefer.
and
I
color.
absolutely love that he released it in black and white, and then it was HBO who released it in color like an hour later, right?
Right? They're like, nah,
Like,
bro.
no. I'm sorry.
So here's okay to add to the. So apparently he said in an interview that his version is supposed like he would prefer it to release in black and white,
Oh yes.
but that's I don't know.
I don't think HBO is willing to allow him to do that. Hence, them correcting his trailer, if you will.
Unless you originally shot it to be in black and white, just putting a filter over it doesn't really do it justice. You look at movies like, what is it, Sin City, or what's that other one, the bad one that nobody watched, The Spirit?
The Spirit.
Yeah. Like it works for those because that was like their whole aesthetic. That was the whole.
It was the
point.
intention.
Yeah. So to just put a filter, I don't know. Maybe he did film it with that in mind. I certainly doubt it, but I don't know. I think that sounds dumb. But if we don't get it in black and white, director's vision, release the black and white cut or something. I don't know. Who cares anymore?
I mean, like, I can imagine as far as like intention goes, I could certainly see Snyder's cut end up being, a much tonally very different, which could possibly further justify Justice League, the movie being in black and white. But at the same time, judging from the footage that we do have of this movie, I just don't see it really fitting the black and white aesthetic at all.
I would find it hilarious if they did release it in only black and white, and that would make Superman's gray suit completely pointless.
That has been an observation I've seen, and that's a very fair point. It's like, well, okay, what are we excited about?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm done talking about this. Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
2 minutes of random action shots and like 30 seconds of random talking. Like, what did I watch?
Right, utilizing the same old. Let's do like a really cool poppy '80s song or whatever, and then let's slow it down and everything, and have it fit the drama that's going on screen. When it's like that's been done a billion times, and I personally, in my opinion, it's subjective, but I feel like I've seen it been done a lot better.
Simpsons did it.
There you go. If the Simpsons are willing to mock that, then maybe we should lean away from doing that.
I didn't realize
South Park joke.
Yeah, I didn't realize it until we saw Watchmen again recently, but he uses, which is a Zack Snyder film, he uses that same song in that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He's running out of material.
I think it's when Night Owl and Silk Spectre are fucking in the ship.
Is it the slow down version too? Like it's
of course.
Gotcha.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the exact same rendition, but it's the same melancholy one.
I'll say this. I think the cinematography of that scene you're talking about is a lot more impressive than what we saw in this trailer. Like, you feel the music more in that scene than you do in this stupid trailer.
Yes and no.
You don't think so? You still feel like it doesn't fit?
I just don't think that scene is shot very well at all in the
really?
movie.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a little I don't know. Whatever. This isn't a Watchmen review. We can.
We had that.
We had that already.
Yeah, it's actually not that many episodes back, so go back and listen to that one. That was fun.
Speaking of reviews, though,
yes,
on DC properties, so I've been binging a lot of shit lately. A lot of stuff that's been in my backlog. So I finally watched Titans. The
you finished
second season. Yep, I burned through it, and it's not very good.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Kind of sucks.
At least you went through the slog. I respect that.
Like it has cool moments. There's even a few episodes that can almost with very little tweaking and editing can almost stand on their own as like fan films or like character studies. And they're I guess that's
cool.
actually
Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol I fucking loved. Did I talk about that? I feel like I brought it up a few times.
Yeah.
You've mentioned that you've been watching it. Yeah.
Oh no, I finished that
by
a
now.
long time ago. Season 2 ends on a cliffhanger, which is kind of disappointing.
Is that because there's not going to be a season 3, or
I think there is. I think they announced it. I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
No, wait, they did announce it. Yeah, there is going to be a season 3. It just doesn't feel. It just feels cheap. It doesn't feel like. I don't know. I don't mind cliffhangers if they're done well, but it just kind of came out of
Right.
nowhere, and it's just like, well, now what? We're building towards this, and then it's just, I don't know. Didn't feel satisfying.
It sounds like it wasn't artistically done. It was just done for the sake of trying to make sure they have viewers for season 3.
Which is funny because Titans did the exact same thing for season 1 in the exact same way.
Wow.
And then in the first episode of season 2, they just finish it. Like the first 30 minutes, they pretty much finished that episode that they cliffhanged, and then it's just like, you couldn't just give us another episode. Like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't know. It's, if you're a fan of DC, which, you know, nobody listening to this is.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Holy crap.
Or the characters, like, I think you'll enjoy it. That's what kept me watching. Is that
At
there's
PG Chava. It wouldn't be episode 100 if we didn't plug at PG Chava and your love and hate that way, DC fans.
Send it straight to him.
like, there's some characters that in live action that we've never seen in live action before. There's cool moments. If you like these characters and you like DC, I think you'll like the show. That's what kept me going. But the overall narrative and some of the acting and special effects aren't very good at all.
Okay. Respect for show. That's unfortunate.
Is this going to be a DC filled episode? Because we got more news.
Whatever else you got, go for it.
Well, speaking of DC,
Ooh.
did you see that the octopus is rumored to be back in Spider-Man 3?
Doc Ock, really?
I did actually.
That could be fun.
A lot of rumors.
Famous actor Alfred Molina was supposedly spotted on set.
No way. He's going to reprise the role.
It's rumored.
Maybe
That would be pretty sick. I liked him in that role.
I don't think there was any photos.
He was
It's
really
just
fun.
hearsay. They're saying that he was on set.
I don't know if that's. I mean, it would be quick. How long is this movie gonna be?
At least another couple hours, I presume, right? Shoot.
I mean, it's not gonna be an Avengers 3-hour-long movie, is it?
Who knows? I mean,
So that's what I'm kind of afraid of. Like, are we gonna get just like 10 minutes of Electro, 10 minutes of Doc Ock? Is that what we're gonna be burning through? Or?
another team up movie to where it's going to be, Spider-Man 3 all over
I mean,
again.
look at Civil War. That was like an Avengers 2.5.
That's
in
true.
essence.
But this is just a Spider-Man.
But
it's
with more
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Men.
Right?
Multiple Spider-Men.
I mean, to be fair, they have had certain characters visit Spider-Man throughout the past 2 films, like Nick Fury, Iron Man, kind of stuff like that, So it'd be
These are
interesting to see what
villains.
they do with that. I know now this time it's villains flipped around, so I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm hoping they find a balance. I don't know. We'll see. But I feel like they've instilled some good faith in their fan base, obviously over the past 10 years, 12 years. So I think we'll be okay.
I love how the tone shifts between DC and Marvel. You're so warm and accepting of Marvel's ideas.
Well, to be fair, they've
You see
had
Steppenwolf,
mostly
you're
good
like,
ideas.
That's poo. It's the shiny poo.
Exactly. Again,
Well, we know how you feel, AJ.
you're right. How about y'all? What are you guys thinking on that?
Sure.
I mean, if it's actually true, it'd be great.
Yeah, as long as it's handled well.
I mean,
Only
we'll
thing
see.
He's kind of an older cat nowadays. I wonder how well he'll be able to really. I mean, I'm sure his acting chops have not diminished, but the
So Samuel
physicality of the
Jackson,
role,
and
though.
he was a co-star in a full
Oh,
in an
God.
action film.
In an action film.
That's true. That's true. You're referencing Shaft, right?
Yes, obviously.
Gotcha. Okay.
Shaft,
We
the
ne-
next generation, or whatever it was called.
Right, something like that. Shafted again. I have no idea. But yeah,
Did I ever-
hopefully.
Did
Oh,
did I ever tell you about this? Is random. When I still worked at Target, there was a guy there. There's a guy that I work with. Very cool dude, older guy. One of those, like, he has like a million stories to tell kind of guys. And for
Nice.
he very early on when I met him, he just, because my name is Peter, he just started calling me Shaft.
What?
Like a shaft.
Like a
Yeah,
shaft.
Jesus
that makes
Christ.
sense. It took
Yeah.
a bit of click, but I got it.
Peter. Okay,
So
nice.
he would just be like, "Hey, what's up, Shaft?" And I just kind of, I thought it was hilarious. I was like,
Wow.
"Yeah, fuck it." Call me Shaft.
Clever.
I'm Shaft.
It's pretty
Yeah.
clever. Yeah.
Mhm. Never heard that one before. So
Oh my God. That's pretty great. Well, welcome to your new nickname within our friendship as well.
I'm down. That's fun.
It's pretty good tight. Well, speaking of DC and Marvel, I imagine we've probably all watched the Marvel Lives tournament.
I didn't get a chance to.
You're an awful person. How
I
dare
had
you
the-
call yourself a Marvel fan? It's on the VODs, Peter. You can watch it when you're pooing.
What? I didn't even know what happened until like I saw the after, like there was like a YouTube video they all made saying thank you and shit. I'm like, oh fuck, I missed it. I don't know.
Oh.
It's been very busy for me, and I'm sure for all of us. I'm sure.
Yeah. No,
It's the
for
first day I've had a chance to breathe.
Well, to be fair, yeah, it was just this past Monday when they did it online. But essentially, to anyone who's like, "What the fuck is Marvel Lives?" Essentially, Ultimate Marvel versus Capcom 3 is a game that's had its resurgences and its deaths, its resurgence and deaths, and over again. Just because, again, the community does rally around this game highly, but at the same time, it doesn't have the largest community like it used to. Mainly because tournaments like Evo, well, for one, aren't a thing right now, and secondly, I mean, there are newer games that eventually they have to have the spotlight outside of Marvel 3. I'll put it that way. But mechanically, that game's crazy, and as far as like spiritually, that game has such a hype audience. Whenever it gets played, even people who aren't fans of that game get fucking crazy whenever it's held at like at a large spectacle kind of setting. Anyway, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. This guy by the name of Maximilian, he's a pretty big streamer. He was able to kind of revive it with the Twitch Rivals crew, and they had like a 32-minute tournament. It was pretty awesome.
Let's clear a little bit of air
Please.
here.
Yeah.
He didn't revive it. It's already revived. He's just how putting it in the spotlight.
Maximilian is arguably the most famous fighting game YouTuber. That's like his thing.
yeah.
Is space
Yeah.
fighting
Oh,
games.
yeah.
So like people who aren't even particularly into the scene probably still know Maximilian.
Absolutely.
So he's just putting it out there. He's just helped promoting it.
Which is great. It peaked at like 38,000 views, I believe.
At a given time. That makes sense. Yeah, it's crazy. But the VOD is on his channel, just Maximilian_dude.
You don't know who won?
No, so don't
It was
tell
Ray
me.
Ray.
Oh, that makes sense actually. 'Cause
It wasn't.
I think I saw tweets.
It wasn't Ray Ray. So maybe you should watch
You got
it.
close. I don't know.
Did you see the purpose? Like, did you see that GIF? Has any of you seen that GIF?
I
don't
still
know what
haven't
you're talking
seen it.
about.
Oh my god. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna share it with you guys.
Sounds good. Well, anyway, yeah, it was a really fun tournament, though. There were certain things that I feel like could have been handled better when it was like the beginning of the tournament, as far as being able to show all the matches. That was kind of an issue, but for the most part, though, I'm sure they did the best with what they could. The commentating was fun between Tasty Steve and Yipes, who are some great notable commentators within the fighting game community.
Some of my favorites.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Max chimes in between rounds as well. So that was pretty fun to see all three of them share the screen together.
Yep.
It was kind of cool to see, like, obviously, as we said, Maximilian dude is like one of the, like, he's like the what's the word I'm looking for? It's essentially, as you said, Peter, he's like the representative of fighting games within the mainstream and such. So it was kind of cool to see Tasty Steve and Yipes hold like a high regard to him, and kind of, I don't know, it was cool to see them banter together a little bit. And there's some fun surprises as far as production value goes that happens occasionally between some matches. You get some fun surprises in there, which will be worth watching as well. Fun little throwbacks. We'll put it that way.
The reunion, I already know about that.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. They posted on YouTube,
Yeah.
but it's fun to see how they integrate it into the tournament.
Oh, okay, interesting.
It was kind of
Okay.
silly. It was
All
very
right.
silly.
I'll watch that.
Definitely
Hopefully, I get a
so.
chance today.
The way that Maximilian talked about it, he said he wanted a theme of kind of like dinner in a movie. Like you're watching the main course, but then also you're having this fun little thing going on on the side.
That's
So-
dope.
It was fun.
So glad they did this. So
Right.
okay, so was it an invitational? Like, what was how
Yeah.
many people was it?
Invitational, 32.
32
Okay.
player tournament and invitational.
A mix of like super old school, super new school, Mundake and Milky, who are both 2020 players who are amazing at
I was gonna
this
say I
game.
never heard of them.
One of them's a
Right.
Spencer player, and he's amazing at that character.
It was pretty cool to see. Yeah, the work he did with Spencer, the
Spencer
comebacks he would
Nova
have with that
Magneto.
character. Yeah, it was fun.
I've mentioned it before. There's some tech between Spencer and Magneto. There was always been some pretty good tech between the two.
He's picking them, so it's pretty nice.
That's a weird combo though. Good for him. I'm excited.
Good for
That's
him.
dope.
Right. I mean, I feel like I've seen the synergy between Nova and Spencer before,
Oh,
but
there's
at the
certainly
same time,
synergy there as well.
right. But it was fun seeing Magneto on that team as well. Magneto was his anchor, correct?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
That's
his
such
third
an
character.
odd anchor. That's dope.
But I mean, the damage though, the damage and the speed
It's
of that
Spencer,
character.
man. You don't need X Factor, and you got Spencer. You just need one bar, 1.5 bars. You
Right.
did.
Well, so yes, to anyone who may be unfamiliar with the game Marvel vs. Capcom 3 or Ultimate Marvel 3, that is, check it out
Fighting game
again.
ever.
Yeah, it's
Period.
definitely one of the top contenders. It's fun to watch on screen. Take some time again. Maximilian_dude. Watch the VOD. It's like the fourth most recent VOD he has, or something like that. You will find it. It's fun. Anyway, and now that it's on a VOD, you can skip through the breaks, so it's even better.
Dope.
There are a lot of breaks, Peter.
Luckily, they're only like 2-3 minutes long, but
Well,
still,
yeah, but it comes with having an online tournament. You got to like send invites and all that.
But there's
shit.
breaks in between the breaks.
Oh.
breaks on breaks on breaks. Anyway, what else you guys got for the week?
Them's the breaks. Okay. Wonder Woman. 84. Have you heard of it?
No, tell me about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Released in 84?
No, you would think. You would think with a name such as this, you would think that no, but it's actually released not yet, but soon. This year. This month. What month are we? Next month. On Christmas Day. It shall be available in select theaters and available to stream on HBO Max at no extra charge. Unlike
Yes.
Disney's greedy ass.
Yes.
Who charged you for Mulan or something.
The moment I saw that, I was like, that is fucking applaud them. I know we've been talking some shit on DC, but I do appreciate that they would do that. They didn't have to do that.
Of course they would, you cheap motherfucker.
Like
Of course
I'm
they
just
would.
saying, Disney Plus set a precedence to where it's like, hey, if you want this premium content, you might you will have to pay a premium price.
Mhm.
And DC's like, no. I mean, maybe HBO's footing the bill. I don't know what the reason is behind that, or I'm sorry, how they were able to do it, but I'm glad that they're able to do it because they're missing out on a lot of money potentially.
Yeah.
I don't
think
see a
it's-
lot of.
Well, I think the strategy is different. So
Sure.
like Disney Plus is their monthly subscribers are just there because there's Disney fanatics that just
Mhm.
exist. That happens. I don't think there's
Right.
any
Weirdos, they're actually called.
the weirdos. Yes. Mhm. Those people, the people that have an annual pass to Disneyland, they go every weekend.
And they
then-
love to promote
and-
it.
Yeah.
They
Annual
don't
passes
care.
are fun. I've had one
It's
a few
not
times.
I've had
fun
one
when you
also.
gloat about it.
I've had
Oh
one,
no, yeah.
I had one for 2 years. The first year I went
Yeah.
pretty regularly. The second year I barely went at all. I think Maylee and I made ourselves go like 4 times just because we're like, okay, if we go 4
paying
times,
for it.
that's our money's worth. We got our year's worth, but we
There
were
you go.
over it at that point. Like I don't like. There's just I don't know how people do it.
Sure, fair enough.
Anyway, yeah. So HBO Max needs subscribers. They don't have any. It's not doing very well. So I think they need to do something like this in order to
Bring in the
convince
crowd.
people, to bring people in, and then
Yeah.
when they start looking around, because they do actually have some pretty good content on there.
Oh, yeah.
Once they pull
yeah.
people in, people start peeking around. They're just like, oh, this is fucking Cthulhu
I can watch
show
the
or
Fresh Prince
whatever.
of Bel Air.
Was Fresh Prince of Bel Air? I remember
could
that.
Still
I'm a
watch
90s
the Dave
kid.
Chappelle show on this one and not Netflix.
Did you hear about that, by the way?
Well, yeah.
Well, no. Going on a side tangent here since you brought up Chappelle. Apparently he got to bring back another phrase from earlier. He got shafted pretty bad on his royalties for reruns on the Chappelle show. So he's actually asking his fans to not watch the Chappelle show.
Yeah. I
Dave
did see
Chappelle
that.
is saying boycott Dave Chappelle.
If they're not going to pay the man for the work he put in for those years, then I mean, I get it. He signed a contract.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
What
say.
it
The man said like,
is-
that's the point of a contract. That's
True.
the point of lawyers.
Right. But I mean, at least once he brought it up to Netflix, they took it down in, like within 4 days.
Well, and I'm sure they're gonna get 5 more specials out of him for it.
Yeah.
Right.
No, but
Right.
even
There's
so,
no
that's
way.
something they don't need to do. He
Yeah,
even
I think-
said so himself that like is Netflix They probably you are probably right though, John. They know what he's worth
Yeah,
to
it's a
them,
golden goose.
Yep.
and so they're just like, well, we probably shouldn't piss him off.
Right.
Yeah. They'll
'Cause-
remove this one show and probably triple the views they would have if they got 2 more comedy specials out of Dave Chappelle.
It's true.
Mm.
Really
And there are
he-
comedy specials on stuff like Amazon Prime and such as well, to where he could easily just move over there if he wanted to.
Yeah,
keep
Get
the golden
migrated.
goose. I mean,
Yeah,
but
seriously.
I'm sorry. You signed the contract. You had lawyers. And I don't think he was complaining when they gave him the how much did they offer him? $5 million, $10 million for that last season that he decided to leave?
yeah, that he declined. That was the whole
Well,
thing.
He filmed a few of those episodes. He agreed to it. He didn't like that he was being laughed at or something along those lines, and he left. But he was fine with the contract then when they were giving him millions and millions of dollars. That's my thing. I mean, you signed the contract.
Well,
had
you don't
lawyers.
really know. According the way he tells it is that,
He didn't
and
get paid.
it's he trusted his lawyers, and they promised the deal that he got was good, and I guess it wasn't. So like,
Right.
okay, so maybe there is some fault on his own. I don't know like the exact details, like because if it were, I've known this since I was a fucking teenager, since I was in high school. I was like, if you're gonna take a lump sum for any work that you do, whether it be in a band or a TV show or a movie or what have you, a lump sum is great, but you always need to ask for a percentage as well.
Royalties. Yep.
Always ask for a percentage.
Yep.
Right.
So maybe he didn't know that. Maybe his lawyers weren't being honest with him. Maybe they lied to him. I don't know the details, but I will say that even as a teenager, I knew ask for royalties.
Right.
Right. True.
I don't know.
It's a sticky situation. I mean, I'm glad that Netflix is supporting him, but like John, you said, they have years of content with him in the future. You know what I mean? They want to build that relationship even more than it's already been established at this point. But yeah, I mean, it's again unfortunate, but we'll see. The law is the law is the law. At the end of the day, I wish it didn't have to be that way for him, but who knows? Maybe other places will start following suit and also not stream his stuff. I doubt they will stop.
The law is more
HBO
fickle than
Max.
you would think.
No, I imagine. Yeah, it's crazy. It's freaking crazy.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah,
So
good
talking
stuff.
about Warner Brothers and HBO Max, did you see
boy.
that they replaced Johnny Depp?
Oh shit! Yeah, I did.
Fantastic Beast? Yeah.
Did they say who? I don't quite remember.
Yeah.
Oh, did they already? Okay, I didn't
Mads
see. Who.
Mikkelsen.
Oh, Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh,
okay,
dope,
cool.
okay.
I actually just watched Rogue One the other day, and I forgot.
That's
that
where
he
I've
was in that
seen him
movie.
from.
Yeah. Yep,
There
yep.
it is. I was like, this man looks so familiar. Besides any other movie I've probably seen him in.
My Stardust, my Stardust. I love you forever. My love for you has never faded. He's actually a really cool looking actor though. Like he's crazy. That guy is crazy. He was also in
yeah.
Casino Royale. He was good in that
That's-
movie.
yeah.
He was a
Oh,
little
he's the guy
more.
that bleeds the tears, right? Okay.
He
okay.
bleeds blood.
He
I
bleeds his
respect
own
the
blood.
Cries blood. Yeah.
Nobody makes me bleed my own.
But yeah, he's a little more sniffling in that movie. But I personally, I think I've said it back then. I appreciated seeing him a little bit more vulnerable in Casino Royale compared to other movies where he's just straight up that dark, ominous character. And also, he was very different in Rogue One. Also,
He's got the face for it.
yeah,
That's-
no,
that's-
yeah.
I don't mean that as a jab, but like he just
No.
has like this presence, this like menacing presence.
There's a reason why people get certain roles in Hollywood, and he has his roles. He's
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was surprised at how well he's able to play a sweetheart in Rogue One, for example. He was
Mhm.
just like a good father, kind of. But then again, you also have video games like what's the word I'm thinking
Death
of?
Stranding.
Thank you, Death Stranding, where he is once again an evil fucking maniacal person.
I gotta play that.
I know it's on sale right now too.
Such a
I
Kojima
think.
fan, and I can't believe I never picked that up.
You could do it. I mean, I heard it's judging from the gameplay I've seen on streams back in the day, it was very much like just a weird adventure, which seemed like fun,
That's what you get with Kojima.
Yeah.
You get what you pay for.
right? But every time I saw a cutscene, I was like drawn into it. Like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about right now, but it sounds cool. I
That's
don't
him. That's him all the way.
know.
Even as somebody who loves the Metal Gear Solid franchise and has played almost every game, there's still some shit where I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
Got to go on the wiki, I guess. God damn.
Yeah.
That's cool. But
Keeps me
yeah,
up at
oh, so
night.
Mads Mikkelsen is going to play what's his face this time? Grindelwald.
Yes.
Okay, I think they got a good actor for it.
That's
Agreed.
good. I don't know.
Mm.
Good luck to Johnny Depp. Maybe he might not be a piece of shit, but he might be. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, he got paid.
may be innocent,
Yeah.
He got paid.
Why
right?
don't they just bring back Colin Farrell?
Yeah, he was
Right?
great. He was great as it was.
Yeah.
Like I just
Double triple
transformed back.
psych out.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
They could just say
Yeah,
he
why
got
didn't they
stuck
just
in
do
that form or some shit. I don't know. He got
Maybe.
I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah, I don't know. I do not know.
Just when we started to warm up to Johnny Depp.
Yeah, seriously. Seriously.
Mhm.
It had been like a decade since Pirates 1, but let's see how this movie goes. Oh, actually, he's pretty good in it.
Mhm.
He's not
Well.
just same old Johnny Depp anymore, you know, at least in that film.
Yeah.
Ay, ay,
It is what it is.
ay. Yes, it is.
So in more movie news,
Ooh.
lots of movie news. Well, a couple of things. So there's 2 Marvel productions that I guess are moving forward. So Black Panther 2 is actually moving forward. The
Yep.
production is
Wow.
going to start relatively soon in the middle of next year.
Bold move.
Mm-hmm.
They must have knew that he had cancer. Maybe
if-
like in the middle of filming or something. That was really quick to say we're already going to start production.
Well, even if they did know, like they you don't know if and when it's ever gonna.
but they must have had a plan B. They must have been like, if this so happens to happen, because he had the bad kind of cancer. I mean, they're all bad, but that's like the one that
Yeah.
it's not good on. They must have knew. They must have.
Maybe. Or
I
maybe
thought it was going to
probably-
take longer. I mean, to just say, okay, we're already going to start production for part 2. I thought it was going to take a little longer than that.
Right.
That is relatively quick. Was that like 8 months?
God, has it already been 8 months?
Well, no. They're not
Oh,
going to
no.
start until July of
Oh,
next year.
okay,
So it's
okay,
going to
I
be
see.
8 months until
Okay.
they actually start production.
Yeah, right. For all we know, as far as pre-production goes, maybe they're just getting character designs down and stuff like that as well. Settings, figuring stuff like that out, story and all that. You know.
Yeah, I think it's a question on everybody's mind as to how exactly they're going to handle his passing.
We'll
Like,
see.
are they gonna recast him, or are they gonna just pass the Black Panther mantle onto somebody else? Like, is his sister gonna get it? Maybe
Michael B.
Mbaku?
Jordan, back from the dead, bitches.
Right?
Mm.
They might be able to work out some sort of magic with that. I
That
don't
would
know.
be dope.
I don't know. I mean, he would be like the next great Black Panther character or actor, but yeah. Unfortunately, he already died in the first one. I don't know. That's crazy though.
It's comic
I-
book shit. You could bring people back. I don't know.
Right? Yeah, for all we know, maybe they'll
Gamora's
try to
back.
write that in.
Yeah.
Right? She was supposed to be dead. I guess not. God damn.
I don't
But-
know.
Yeah, it's trippy though. Wow. I can't believe that. So what was the other movie? Did you say?
Oh, I did not say. The
Okay.
other one is, I guess, Deadpool 3 is moving forward.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
No production. No production date has been given, but yeah, I guess it's moving forward. So that's
They
another one.
announced- I can't remember the names, but I guess it's a sister group who's going to be writing for it,
Yes, it
and
was
they're
the
writers
same-
for Bob's Burger, right?
Yes.
Whoa.
Very excited about that.
That's
Mhm.
fun. That's fun. Wow. I'm sure they're going to be able to pull off some great hijinks in this movie. That sounds great.
Yep. So that's going to be interesting. We're going to see what they've decided as far as what they're going to do with Deadpool now that
Can
the
you
Fox
imagine this is
takeover has
the-
happened.
This is the movie that joins the X-Men and
Oh my
universe
God.
together.
That's how they
This
do
would
it.
be
That
the film. This would be the film to do it.
That would be insane. I'm not opposed to it.
Mm,
Could it happen in a more legendary fashion? Possibly, but whatever.
Now, are you guys worried that they're gonna probably turn this movie PG-13?
Ooh. I mean,
I don't. Oh God. See, I don't know. I honestly don't. Who knows?
yeah.
Who knows? What I would do if I were in their position is I would honestly just have Deadpool be in his own universe.
Yeah.
Keep
I
it
would just
separate
keep him rated
always.
R.
Keep him in the
separate.
Fox universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funnier that way anyway.
No, he most certainly is. Or I just had this idea now. You could do both. You can have his
Okay.
own solo movies be like rated R and kind of be, because he's so like, he breaks the fourth wall all the time. Like, he knows he's in movies and shit. So you can have him be in crossover movies, and like I don't know, there could be a funny gag where his words get bleeped and he's like, wait, why the hell is this happening? This doesn't happen in my own, there's so many
That's a
different
great
ways
call.
you can write it.
No, yeah, that's a great call. Actually, that would be fun to see, and we'll all laugh as though you didn't already have that idea when we see that happen. That'd be good. That'd be good.
And then you could still have him be reckless and crazy in his own movies. So
Right.
I don't know. We'll see. I hope they do something akin to that.
I think
Because he's at his best when it's rated R.
Yeah.
Not so much for the cursing, but just the violence.
Yes. The excessive violence is always good. No, for sure. I mean, some of the cussing is fun and all that, but at the same time, it's not ultimately necessary. No. Every once in a while, he'll say something really outlandish, but even then, it's not usually using curse words.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, shall we get into the Mandalorian minute?
Oh, the Mandalorian
segment that lasts longer than a minute.
Yes, yes. Okay, thank you, AJ. Thank you for reminding me. So the Mandalorian minute, the segment that never lasts a minute, especially to right now because we have 2 episodes to cover.
Yes.
Oh shit.
4 and 5.
Yep.
Of season 2.
Yeah. What happened in episode 4?
Nothing really. Nothing. It was kind of boring.
Yeah, actually, okay. It wasn't just me. I enjoyed it, but it was cool to see some characters back again. But still. Yeah, it was kind of a slower episode, I feel.
I think I was like half watching it. I think I was on my phone most of the time for that episode. It was kind of, yeah.
We got Moff Gideon back in that, right? Or did they at least reference him?
That was the only real thing we learned in that. Full spoilers, by the way, if you haven't watched the latest 2 episodes of Mandalorian. So, yeah, I mean, they reintroduced Moff Gideon. They established that Mando is aware that Moff Gideon survived. And they also teased Sith troopers at the very end.
That was pretty cool looking.
And that's really all the new information we got out of that episode. We could have watched, they could have cut that episode down to the last 5 minutes and I would have been fine with it because the rest of it was just like, who cares?
Right. So these Sith troopers, is this a thing in Star Wars lore? Because I'm unaware.
Yeah, no.
I believe so. I don't want to speak to that concretely. There's a lot of expanded lore, even the new lore that I'm not too familiar with.
Right.
So I believe they're already established, but I'm sure I'll get corrected if I'm wrong.
Yeah, please let us know because my interpretation of what I saw on screen was like a droid trooper of some sort, but I wasn't.
That's what I thought it was. Powered with Baby Yoda blood.
The best kind of blood.
Excuse me, sir. His name is not Baby Yoda.
Oh my god! You want to know the funny thing is, my girlfriend just corrected me as you were saying that.
His name is Morgo or something. I don't remember.
That's right. Spoilers.
Morgu.
Gogru. I believe
was it Gogru?
I think it's Gogru. Yeah.
Whatever.
Not the best name they could have come up with.
Whatever.
No, it's
an alien name. Like, yeah, it's not gonna
Baby Yoda.
Name Jeff.
The child.
Didn't I give him a name in season 1?
You did.
I don't even remember. What was the name I gave him?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Sam. I don't know.
I'm gonna say Jeff.
Jeff. There you go. Yeah.
His name's Jeff.
It's pretty awesome too because AJ wouldn't know this because he's an uncultured swine, but
true. Valid.
On the captions, the name changes from the child to his actual name.
Okay, so when they first started having that conversation with Ahsoka, I actually turned on the subtitles to make sure I was hearing the name right. So there you go.
You should keep them on forever.
Did you keep them on? That was the follow-up question.
Did I? I think I did actually. I don't think I turned them off for the rest of the episode.
Good. You're learning.
It's nice for names. It's nice
for
names.
Converting you.
I know, right?
What do you mean just for names? There's certain things that I don't hear that I'm like, I thank God I can read this.
Thank God I learned how to read.
At a 5th grade level at that.
We laugh, but then there's people like Floyd Mayweather who don't know how to read very well. And AJ, of course. That's why I don't ever have him on. I don't know how to read. Absolutely. But
what's up? My name's Jeff. I'm 19. I never fucking learned how to read.
Damn. But anyway,
that's another
yeah, so okay, we can breeze over episode 4 kind of like we did. Wasn't that eventful? Episode 5 has a crazy amount of Easter eggs in it and such.
Holy shit, I don't even know where to fucking start. That episode is awesome.
It's got like a like a spooky little cold open with Ahsoka Tano finally being on screen, Rosario Dawson, who looks great in the role.
Yeah, she does. I've seen some side by sides, and it's like I think that's as best as you can get converting from CG to live action.
Right. I mean, and considering I imagine the character was obviously the character is much younger in the Clone Wars and Rebels days. So to see that, she's matured into more of like a woman, then yeah.
Well, I guess her species is like kind of like Baby Yoda. They live for like hundreds of years. So she's even
cool.
younger than you would think.
Right.
Like in the grand scheme of things anyway.
Right. This is our first time seeing lightsabers in the show as well.
We saw the Darksaber that one time.
Oh, did we? I didn't remember that.
This is the first time we saw him in action, though.
Oh, okay. Oh, John's gone.
Oh, shit.
Well,
this has never happened before.
Oh, he's back. Here we go. And he's back, kind of. We'll see what happens.
What the hell happened there?
John, unmute yourself, John. Anyway.
Technical difficulties.
Right. Welcome to the Zoom podcast.
I'm back.
There he is.
You could never kick me out, Peter.
God damn it. Even
You'll
when
never
we
be rid
want
of
to.
me.
My internet crashed for a few seconds, or it like stopped working.
We were talking about the lovely beauty that is Rosario Dawson. It's understandable. But anyway,
she was great. That
was
cosplay.
Awesome. Oh yeah.
A1.
If people didn't already cosplay like crazy Ahsoka Tano. God, I can't say that name. Someone, please.
I'm not gonna try.
Ahsoka Tano.
There you
Jesus
go.
Christ.
Ahsoka Tama. I tried.
Anyway, so yeah,
her lightsabers were dope.
Yeah, the white lightsabers were freaking cool. It was weird because I've watched a little tiny bit of Clone Wars and such. And it was interesting because she didn't really correct them when they called her a Jedi, and apparently she's like taken herself away from the Jedi Order, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, she
just stays silent. Like yeah, but she's like
there's an in between, right? Like there's people who are like half Sith, half Jedi.
They walk a more moderate
gray,
the
gray Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
So is that what she would be, or she's still a Jedi, just not wanting to say she's a Jedi?
She was, she's just kind of almost like Luke Skywalker did in the last Jedi. Like he is one, but he's just like he's trying to distance himself from it, I guess.
From the
maybe not to the extreme that he did, but
right,
the same principle.
Right, I see that. But yeah, she was freaking badass in this. Like the way that she was kind of creeping away and utilizing the mist as her defense was pretty cool.
It reminded me of that dope scene, probably the dopest scene, arguably in all of Star Wars, in Rogue One, where Darth Vader was just like fucking mowing people down, mowing down the rebels.
Like I said,
or like turned into a horror movie for a couple of minutes.
Yeah,
fucking
seriously.
Awesome.
Like I said, I recently rewatched that movie with Sin, and oh my god, yeah, I would like we were talking about it when the movie was starting. Like, oh my god, do you remember when he does that? And then when it got to that point, I was just in awe.
Oh, it gives me chills. It's so fucking cool.
They're trying to pass off the plans for the Death Star. They're like, oh my god, get it in there, and then just like. I just love how classy he is with the lightsaber. By the way, like he's not just like a savage. He's not some ruthless bastard. I mean, he's ruthless, but in like an eloquent way.
Otherwise,
well, I'm just like the way he's just very subtle about it. Like he's not in a hurry. He's not like threatened by
doing backflips.
He's a half robot man.
I guess so. He's got to play it cool. His wrist game is on point.
Yeah,
he takes all the glucosamine just to make sure his joints are good. but yeah, just oh god. But anyway, I do agree. Kind of harken back to like that horror vibe of Star Wars a little bit. So yeah, I will agree there. But yeah, she was cool. Awesome. Makeup design for the character was great. She looked great.
We get so many name drops here. Like so many references to so many things. We got Jeff's backstory. Like apparently he's been around since Coruscant.
Jeff Grogu Baby Yoda.
Yes, Jeff Grogu Baby Yoda. Which I honestly, I didn't think we were gonna get so much on his backstory. Like,
yeah,
it at least dumped in one episode. Like, maybe drawn out over a couple of seasons. But yeah, we got a lot of information in this episode.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense. As you said, Ahsoka has been around for like at least hundreds of years, kind of similar to Baby Yoda, to old Jeffy. So I guess that's how she would know about the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. But at the same time, I don't know. Like it's pretty neat.
And yeah, she doesn't want to train him because she's seen what can happen with Anakin Skywalker like that.
Yep.
So
the
cool.
best of us, even to the best of us. I love
best
the way
of
she
us,
put
yeah.
that. I was like, oh shit. It's like she's totally right. She's totally right. And I mean, we've also seen a darkness in old Jeffy boy when he's choking out what's her face in season 1.
I forgot about that.
Oh, that's
yeah.
true. Yeah, because he has
Because
that
of the-
attachment to Mando.
Exactly. So where it's like, yeah, she sees like he has emotions. He does love to a degree, which Jedis, I guess Jedis can love, but they can't. There's like a borderline.
They can't. They're not supposed to love.
Okay, gotcha. For
They
sure.
can fuck. They can't love.
What?
It's implied that okay. I added the
Sometimes
fucking part.
fucking gets to the loving though. That's the problem. Sometimes even Jedis
It's good
catch
enough.
the feels.
Yeah.
I.e. Anakin. It happened, But yeah.
Good times.
It was a good episode though. We get a reference to Grand Admiral Thrawn as well.
I fucking jumped out of my seat when I heard that shit.
Admittedly, again, old canon, new canon, I'm not that privy to Star Wars.
I had to
I
YouTube
appreciate it, but yeah, Grand Admiral Thrawn is like this evil, ruthless bastard of the Empire, and it's cool to see that even though the Empire's dead, like he's still behind the scenes somewhere. And
Is he gonna be the
I don't
new
know.
big bad in like the Star
It
Wars
certainly
universe?
seems
That'd be
like
pretty
it.
dope.
So in the old canon, he was one of the Emperor's like most trusted admirals, like he was almost like his number 3, like right just below just below Darth Vader.
How about Moff Tarkin? Where does he line up?
He's way the fuck down there. Nobody
Fair
nobody gives a shit about him. He died in his first movie.
Fair enough.
I don't know about the new canon. I know he was in either Rebels or the new season of Clone Wars, like somewhere.
He was in both.
Both, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I know he exists in the new canon to some capacity. I just don't know how much it differs from the old canon, which is what I'm more familiar with.
Gotcha. And from what I've heard, yeah, he is a super ruthless bastard.
Badass,
yeah, I can't wait. I need to start reading his book.
I don't know how the writers are pulling this off. I don't know how Jon Favreau and all of his they're bringing back all of the fan favorite characters in this show, and it doesn't feel like cheap fan service.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they're
agreed.
taking their time, kind of.
It just feels organic and it's fucking dope.
Yep. Which I mean, for me, okay, I guess I should say one thing that's cool about this is that there are so many expanded lore Star Wars characters that they can just keep referencing and bringing into the show slowly but surely. I would like to see it done in a different kind of series or set of movies as well. But I mean, while they have the Mandalorian, I mean, at this point, they can make the show last however long, as hopefully they can maintain the quality, because it's been pretty good. Granted, season 2, episode 4 wasn't the most exhilarating episode. It was fun for what it was. But even
filler episode.
It was cool to see Carl Weathers back again and all that. But even
did you see the production mistake? You see like a production dude in the background in one of the hallways.
No.
Yeah.
Episode 4?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Standing right behind Carl Weathers.
I have to check that out. Was he dressed in I don't know, some sort of costume?
You only see like his torso because his because you know how the hallways are shaped funny. So like you see he's there.
I can't wait. I got to go back and watch that one. All right. Well, back to episode 5. How did you guys feel about Magistrate Morgan Elsbeth? I thought it was cool once we got to actually see her do her thing.
I had to actually watch a video because they drop so much stuff here, and I'm sure I've said this.
There's
before.
a lot of info.
There's a lot of new lore stuff that I haven't seen. Like I never watched Rebels, although I think I'm going to now. And I did start Clone Wars, but I didn't get very far, even though I heard that's great also.
Well, Clone Wars, you have to do like a whole watch order and such like that. I tried it on Disney Plus. It's fun, but yeah.
Even a few episodes, because in season 1, there's a lot of episodes that just seem to be one-offs, and even that was pretty cool from memory. It's been a
right,
but anyway, I had to look this up because I'm just like, is she a pre-existing character? Like, I don't know who is this, and I guess she's not. She's new to the to the lore.
Okay,
but
so
apparently
an original character. That's
yes.
cool.
I guess the actress playing her, she's a stunt woman that works on a lot of Star Wars stuff,
Oh,
which is why she was able to
Oh.
do all that dope spear shit at the end.
yeah, no, that was awesome. That was
How
pretty
dope
cool.
is it to see that spear take on a lightsaber?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, okay.
Oh well,
again,
let's take it back. Let's take it back. When we saw
Yeah.
Mando take the lightsaber,
Right,
that's when I
defend
was like,
himself.
"Whoa!"
Yeah.
no, it was. I
He
don't
should
know
have
if
lost
that's.
his head.
Beskar is amazing. Apparently,
It's
I
the
don't know.
balls.
Yeah,
it's the balls.
I don't know if that's pre-existing lore, but then I thought I'm sure it is because I thought about it and I'm like, I guess that makes sense. If there was a war between the Jedi and the Mandalorians, like they would need to stand a chance in some way, and that's the best. Yeah, I was like, okay, it's fucking dope.
Yeah, yeah. That is pretty dope.
And now we know how powerful that armor is because I've seen him take shots with the guns. I'm like, wow, how strong. Now I know. Now I
Right.
know.
I'm reading an article right now, and apparently, I'm sure there's probably a lot of Star Wars nerds that are maybe upset by the episode because apparently Beskar is lightsaber resistant, not proof, and it can only resist the first few blows.
Shut up,
lightsaber.
nerds.
I know.
It's the same nerds that hate about everything about Star Wars.
To be fair, I mean there was a precedent set, so they're only meant to left to believe what they've been told and what they've read in expanded lore. So I mean, you can't blame them.
Shut up, nerd.
But at the
Talking
same
to
time, damn, I'm defending them again. But at the same time, I mean, it's the Mandalorian. It's the Mandalorian. You know,
Get
It's cool.
over it. We finally have something that's good about Star Wars, and you're bitching about the smallest thing. Get
Right.
over it.
I will admit it was really cool to see him
You're
be
not
able to
happy?
use his
You're not
forearm
happy?
guards.
You have the new trilogy that came out. Go and watch it. I'm done.
We know how great that one finished. Ooh, fun. But yeah, this episode was really fun, lore heavy for sure, and I look forward to doing a lot more research in the near future as far as all the characters that they talked about and such.
Oh,
What do you got there?
A weird little Star Wars pin that I've had for like years.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
It was randomly on my desk. Yeah.
What the heck? That's cool.
I'm gonna just sell it.
You
Come
might
at me,
be about
nerds.
to. That's that motherfucker that was trashing our beliefs. Yeah, all right, I'll throw him a few bucks.
Yep.
Nice. Has that been the Mandalorian minute that lasts longer than a minute, or do you guys have anything else you want
I
to
think
add?
that's the man. I think that's the minute.
It was fun. Watch the episode if you haven't yet. Cool.
Cool.
What
Okay,
else we
well,
got? Should we
we-
get into
We
everything?
got not quite yet.
Okay,
No,
okay,
no,
okay.
good sir. There's something I'm cautiously optimistic to bring to everyone's attention.
Ooh.
So there's a new Predator movie announced. Yes, understandable.
Maybe Predators. I don't know. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So the thing that gives me hope is that it's going to be directed by the guy who did 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Oh, okay. Okay. I can dig that.
So
Which is the
yeah.
best out of the series, depending on how he has.
Yeah, minus the last 10 minutes or so. But yes, very,
Oh,
very
I
good.
love the last 10 minutes.
Tensions were high. Very great movie. John Goodman still got it, even though it's like 5 years ago. Maybe he doesn't have it now, but back then he still got it. He was great. But yeah, so that's the thing. I never saw the most recent one because I heard it was god awful.
Heard the same. Heard the same.
Paradox?
No, the Predator.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, don't watch Cloverfield Paradox.
No, I did watch Paradox. It's fine.
I did not. I heard all the reviews. I am good.
Save your life.
Yep,
Save
I
your
did.
time.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Not great, but it's fine. It's fine. It's perfectly fine.
Oh,
Unlike the
perfectly
Predator
fine.
movie.
Okay, wait. The Predator movie you're talking about, that's not Predators, right?
No, Predators
Okay.
was one that I enjoyed, which I guess a lot of people didn't like, but from memory,
Really?
I loved that movie.
That's the Topher Grace, Adrian Brody one, right?
Yes.
That one's really fun. That was like a good shakeup of the franchise, I would say.
Yeah, I recently learned that I guess people didn't like.
I
Had
thought
a lot
people
of
liked
negative
that
shit
movie.
to say about it.
Really? I
Maybe
mean, it was an original concept. I feel like they pulled off pretty well considering how
about-
the alien.
I don't know about original concept, but I mean,
I mean, like we
executed
haven't
well.
seen a setting quite like that before. I would say in
they were in a jungle. That's the setting of the first Predator movie.
I get that, but these are like a group of people who aren't soldiers, or at least all of them weren't soldiers. You know,
Mhm.
what were they there for? Were they scientists?
No,
forget.
they were
They're always scientists.
They were abducted and they were
Oh,
placed there
okay.
for game.
Ah, okay,
Oh.
okay. Which again, I thought was really fun. It was a fun little concept. I feel like they pulled off pretty damn well. I like that movie a lot. But
You know,
Yes,
we've
that-
had a lot of Predator in the last 20 years.
Yeah, we really have.
I never thought about that, but it's like one every 5 years we get some type
Yeah,
of Predator.
and only
movie.
2 of them are good.
yeah.
Sucks.
Which are
The
Predators
first
and what
Predator
else?
and Predators.
Oh yeah. I would agree. Then. Yeah,
Alien versus Predator is like
I
watchable.
liked it when I was a kid.
Yeah, I've seen it a few times as a kid, and it's watchable. Not great, but it's watchable.
The character designs are what draw me in. Otherwise, the alien designs, I guess you could say, the creatures.
Yeah, the second AVP was god awful.
Horrible.
I think I did
From what
watch that one
remember,
too.
yeah.
I think I did.
Yeah,
But
the most recent Predator movie, like I was saying, I guess is absolutely atrocious, like by all accounts. Which I kind of want to watch just to, if it's really that bad. I it's one of those like it's so bad it's good. It sounds like I kind of want to see that.
That's the Danny Glover one, right?
No, that's Predator 2.
Oh, I thought that's what you said. Sorry.
That one's also pretty bad, except
I
for like
can
the
only
last,
imagine.
I think like 10 minutes where he goes on like their ship and you see like a bunch of alien
There's a
trophies everywhere.
few,
That part's pretty
yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I don't know. Predator
Here's
lore is
something-
also very inconsistent. Like it just, I don't know. It's like they're honorable, they like fight for the hunt, but then they're also sore losers because if they lose, they try to blow up the everything in a 5-mile radius. Like
That's so true. It's like
they're honorable until they lose, and they're like, okay, fuck you.
That's such a good point. I never considered them as sore losers, but you're right. And that creepy ass fucking laugh. Who thought?
Anyway,
that was a
that's
good idea?
happening. Nobody
Yeah.
asked for it because,
All right. Yeah, no one did. I don't think.
but hopefully it's good. We'll see.
We'll see. Hopefully
Fingers
so.
crossed.
Right. All right then. What else we got, boys?
That's it
fresh
for
out
me.
personally.
Unless you want to
Me
hear
too.
some. Actually, I have one more thing since this thing is going on over. So, have you guys heard of the PS5? I'm sure.
No.
And you've also heard of the Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
Well, get ready. 'Cause
Only
there's a
tails.
new console that has entered the console race.
Soldier
is-
Boys PS12.
Not quite. It is even better. It's by everyone's favorite beer company,
Oh,
Bud Light. Let me introduce you to the Bud Light Cola 6, since I can't screen share.
What the hell?
$5,000.
Yep.
$5,100 for what exactly?
It doesn't matter.
So what Peter showed us on screen is it looks like a 6-pack, but also kind of like a gaming console loosely.
So it's a gaming console, except I think it holds like 4 beers, and
Cute.
it comes preloaded with like 5 games. I don't remember which one. It's like Street Fighter 5.
Wait,
a couple
really?
other things.
Street Fighter 5?
Current
Yeah.
gen games. Wow. Crazy.
And there's only one in existence, hence the large price tag.
How random as hell
Oh,
is
okay.
that? Jeez. That's very, very weird. And why Bud Light?
Super weird. I don't know. People
So
are bidding
weird.
on it. Like it's being sold at auction, so people are bidding on it. So
I wish. I mean, I guess I'm actually kind of glad I don't like Bud Light. Therefore, I don't feel a need to want to buy it. But
Yeah.
geez.
Miller Lite
Post
did one
Malone's gonna
too,
swoop up.
but nah, it doesn't matter.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. Well, no one likes Miller Lite, so I mean that's okay. We're never gonna get sponsored by Miller Lite.
We should talk about this on your beer podcast.
Maybe so. We'll see.
Mm.
That sounds fun. But random as hell. Dear God. Thanks, beer companies, for your random consoles.
Yep, that's thing. 2020,
The
everybody.
way to end the news, Peter.
Right.
Consoles and alcohol.
What else is there
Eh,
in life?
mhm.
All right then. Well, shall we get into it, Peter?
I think so.
Talk
Oh, it's
to
me, isn't it? Oh,
Yes.
I usually just zone out during this part. Yeah, okay. Now on to our main topic. But first, if you want to reach us, you can reach us at STGeekPod at gmail.com. Also on all the socials at STGeekPod on Facebook, Twitter, That other
Instagrams.
Instagram, that's the one. I said Facebook.
Yes, you did. Beer Belly
Uh,
Podcast on
I think we're
Facebook.
still on TikTok
Or
since that
STGeek
didn't get
Podcast.
banned. Since
True.
and it won't get banned because apparently now that he lost the election, Trump doesn't give a shit anymore. So yeah, if you want to give us topics, some movies are coming out. So that's cool. If there's any movies you want us to review, any movies you want us to hear, we talk about that didn't make us cry, maybe. I'm not very good at this part. I don't know if you
I was
guys
going to
caught
say,
on.
I think you need to zone out less during this part. So that way, dear Lord. But yeah, if there are any games you want us to play, comics for us to read, let us know because we're down for it. Any shows as well, because we have read a few comic runs for this show that have been some of my more favorite reviews that we've done are some of the comics that we've read. Pretty much all of them per Peter's suggestion and recommendation, which ended up for the most part working out really nicely.
And I think I've only done DC ones so far. I gotta think of some Marvel. There's some pretty good Marvel miniseries too.
Right? Yeah, maybe some of that. That'd be fun. I'm into it. Maybe some Dark Horse. We'll throw something in there. That'd be fun. But yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right then.
Yeah. Moving on to the main topic. Episode 100. The grand coup de grace of this is what this podcast has been building towards. We are talking about movies that made us cry for some reason.
Ooh, all right then.
It was my idea.
Yes,
For some reason, I'm the one that suggested
It's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea. Yeah.
Okay. How are we gonna do this? We're just gonna shout them out.
I don't know. I'm curious. Well, let's talk about it. I'm curious to know how long your guys' lists are. I have like 3 movies.
I was gonna say mine's about the same length. Maybe as we talk, we might remind each other of certain movies because I'd like to blame it on toxic masculinity, but I've never been discouraged from crying in a movie before. Like, okay, I'll talk about one that I might get ridiculed for a little bit. I mentioned it earlier, but so there was one time where my dad and I were watching The Parent Trap, the Lindsay Lohan version.
Oh my god! Okay, cool.
I'm
not judging.
I should have
only immediate laughter afterward.
I should have muted my mic. That was rude. I'm sorry, AJ.
No, you're okay.
Such a random. Okay, go on.
He's trying to open up, Peter.
I know, right? We're talking about our feelings. God damn it. This is our red table talk, all right? God damn. Anyway, so my dad and I were watching it. It was like one rainy random day or something like that. And we were just watching it in our living room back in the day. And it was like maybe a year or two after the movie had been out of theaters. And it was on. It was a fun little movie. Why not? And it was like the scene where the daughters, they try to get the parents together. I don't know if you guys remember the movie very well. They get them on like this really beautiful yacht that I think the father owns. It's really beautiful, and they have a great evening together. They end up like, you could see that they're starting to have feelings for one another again because they had been apart for so long. They start to remember what they liked about one another, at the very least liked. And then all of a sudden, I forget what the line is, but all of a sudden, the mother gets a reminder as to why things didn't work out in the first place. And then Dennis Quaid goes, "Come on, Lizzie." And then right when he said that, the relationship falls apart all over again. And for whatever reason, I wasn't even that attached to the film, I had seen the movie once or twice. Pardon me, once or twice. I'm getting choked up all over again.
It's happening.
Once or twice before that time, and for whatever reason, I just happened to tear up a little bit. My dad randomly looked back at me. I had a little tear going down my face, and I was like trying to suck it up. And he's like, "Are you crying?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "It's okay. You don't have to like hide it or anything." So again, I don't cry much for movies, and I've never been discouraged, but I just don't allow it. I don't know why.
The same. It's kind of like you suck that tear right back up, right?
Oh yeah, like it's going right down, and all of a sudden, right back up. Yep,
same.
It's just something within me.
It's just weird.
I can't allow myself.
I've never been shunned
to be
about
vulnerable.
It, but it's like it's coming, John. Think boobies. Stop crying.
Think boobies is always the answer. Yes.
Think boobies.
Only one time in life do you not want to think about boobies. That's about it.
And that's when you're with boobies.
Exactly. At that point, you're just like, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, that I'll just open up with that was that'll be the first I'll talk about. That scene right there kind of got me going a little bit.
All right,
Okay.
all right. So for
Sorry, I
John,
laughed at you.
No, don't be sorry. There's
I'm
gonna be
not sorry,
times
Judge.
we're gonna have to laugh at each other for this, so it's okay.
I feel like mine are the obvious ones, so I'm gonna say the super obvious one. Endgame.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Not the Tony Stark part. I mean,
Ooh,
I didn't give a
Not
shit
at
about
all.
that.
It-
I
either.
it was
figured
the-
that's
it
what
was-
it was gonna be.
it was the Captain America dancing with
Sure.
his woman.
Yeah.
Sad, made me
Mhm.
cry.
It's-
Oh my god, I got so emotional at that part. I mean, he had been so in love with her for 10 years, basically.
for 10 years. Yeah,
For a
that's
whole-
true.
I mean,
years.
right? Yeah, he's been in love with her since that very first movie came out. And
right.
he's always brought her up in every single movie that he's in. And he finally got his dance. I'm like,
Mhm.
God.
And yet he was still willing to make out with another woman. Whatever,
His-
man.
her
niece,
great niece.
daughter, granddaughter, something maybe.
So, I don't know. I question that bond a little bit. He invited her out to coffee, which she was kind of denied a little bit.
About that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Does she know about that history that Cap has? I'm quickly wanting to dissolve the romanticism of that scene. But at the same time,
you're ruining it for me.
yeah, I know, right? I'll say this. I was looking forward to maybe a good cry. I figured, you know what? It's been a long time. I might as well, if I'm going to cry over anything, it's going to be over a franchise that I've spent a decade appreciating, and the culmination of one anyway. And it shocked me here and there. The movie did shock me, but I was not driven to the point of tears.
But Parent Trap did it for you.
Yep. I guess it was just a little more relatable. I don't know. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, obviously.
Have you never been in love? What are you talking?
It's a legendary film. It just didn't do it for me, but I respect the fact that it
You
brought you to
absolute
tears in that scene.
monster. Go pour your milk first, you heathen.
I know, right? I might as well at this point. But no, I do respect that. It's a very beautiful little touching scene right at the
It
end.
hit the feels for me.
It's a nice little bow
Definitely.
at
It
the
still
end.
does. It still does. I choose not to watch that ending because I know
Mhm.
You choose not to cry by not watching.
I
the
walk
scene.
away or I look at my phone. I tune it out.
There's two
Respect.
moments. There's two moments in that movie that get me, actually like three that kind of get me choked up a bit. It's
Oh,
it's that part. It's the part when so I've said it already.
mhm.
I get very overwhelmed with emotions at movies. I'll cry at parts.
I wish I were like that.
I'll cry at
I'll-
moments that you're about to find out that are just like that does what they're not even emotional moments, but they're just so it's the part
Go
where
on.
Captain America first gets Thor's hammer and he just starts whooping Thanos' ass.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I just get
yeah.
so overwhelmed
Yeah.
with like excitement that I just can't help like I just cry. It makes me cry.
I thought you were going to say when he says, "Now that's America's ass." It brought a tear to
wouldn't?
everyone's eye.
Yeah.
Sculpted piece of art. But no, I can see where you're going with that. I personally, again, did not tear up, but I will tell you, I'm happy to mention it every time. The way that the audience rallied and like audibly cheered, and some people stood up when that happened. Maybe not stand up, but you could tell people were like shooken up quite literally. And yeah, that scene is amazing. It goes down as like one of the more huge surprises in kind of cinematic history, if you will,
Mhm.
at least in mainstream cinema.
I think there's an association there in that moment for me that ties me back to the movie theater experience.
Yeah.
And that might be why that part is so overwhelming for me.
Yeah.
Because I do think about how there's something, I don't know. There's something about I don't mean to get too deep and philosophical on this. The world
It is just a guy picking up a hammer, but
the world is
A magical hammer.
the world is awful.
yeah.
The real world is awful. There's a lot of division. There's a lot of very bad things that I don't need to say that we all know about. And there's always something about a group of people that come together for a common goal, or like for a goal, a cause, or even just an event that really gets to me.
Mhm.
I remember I told you guys this way back when, I don't know if you remember, but that's one of the reasons why I was super into Pokemon Go, There
Oh,
was something about just being at a place, like going to the Santa Monica Pier or whatever, and then just have all of these people like really passionate about this one thing all in the same place. It's one of
right.
the reasons I love the fighting game community and going to tournaments. It's just there's something beautiful about that I just love.
That sense of community, if you will,
Yeah.
belonging and all.
That makes sense.
And I think the seeing Endgame and being in a crowd that just roars at all the same shit or is just so passionate about the same thing just gives me hope.
Right, right. There can be positivity amongst all the bullshit that goes
Mhm.
on. That's true. I agree. And yeah, that again, that scene is amazing. That said, you're a goddamn nerd.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, pretty much. Thank you, AJ.
Yep.
I was waiting to say it. I'm glad you said it.
I felt it brewing within me as well. But no, that scene's fucking epic. And again, it was just another way to make that final film that, or for now anyway. So amazing. I don't know.
And,
I don't
and
know how
also
else
the
to-
third part that makes me cry is when Ant-Man
Oh,
sees his daughter.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, I get
okay.
that.
All right. I'll give you that. It was kind of crazy how he's like, "Oh my god, like you're a different person now. Like
Yeah,
you've
it's just
grown
like
so much."
she thought he was. Yeah, I'm gonna get teared up just thinking about it. It's like she thought he was
Wow.
dead. She
How
thought he
long
was
was he
dead,
gone
and
for?
she just like 5 years. I think the time jump is.
Something like that.
Oh, he was gone for the entire jump. I forgot. Yep.
Yeah. So
Yep, yep.
like, yeah, 5 years. She thought he was dead, and she just the way she just walks up to the door, and she's like in awe, and he's in awe, and it's just yeah.
God bless that rat. God damn.
the rat that saved the universe. Yep.
Yep. Exactly. Make that an official member of the Avengers. All right. So for me, there's a little bit of a caveat to this one because I will credit the film for being the reason of my tears, but mainly because this song in particular was written for the movie, to my understanding, and it will be the end credits scene, when the end credits roll for Titanic. I have to admit, it's not, how much. I mean, I will say this: the story of their love is cool and all. I will say this:
She let him drown.
I think
You
it's
know that, right?
genuinely. Yeah, you're right.
We watched the same movie. I'm pretty sure she let
Right.
him.
Right. There was plenty of room, but like, no, I want to be warm. Sorry, Jack.
Mhm.
But but the movie is really good. I think it's one of James Cameron's best films. It's a good movie, truly.
Oh no, it is. I love it.
Yeah, I remember
seen
being
it.
a little kid. Oh, really?
You've never seen Titanic?
Nope.
I'm not
You-
normally one of these people that are like, oh my God, what the fuck's the matter with you? You haven't seen a movie, but see Titanic.
Yeah, watch it with Yvonne. You guys will like it. You
I
guys will
want to
like it.
cry.
Oh, come on. I don't think you'll cry. I don't think you'll cry. Okay, let me get to what I was getting to. So essentially, you get this movie where it's a really touching story. It's fun. There's good laughter in it. There's good action here and there. There's terrible things that happen in this movie and some terrible characters, at least one really, really bad character. I don't know. It's just this story about two people fighting each other, and that's not really the most touching part. But when things start to get a little more romantic, and you start seeing that their love is developing, you get the orchestrated version of "My Heart Will Go On," and it just chimes in here and there throughout the movie. You get like little sweeps of it, and then when things start getting dire and violent, then you get more sweeps of it here and there. It comes in and out of the film. And it's kind of weird how they do that, but it's pretty cool how they utilize it. And then finally, the end credits roll. You go through this whole crazy dramatic journey, and you're not even the most sad about Jack and Rose, really. It's more so like you watch all of these people go to their doom. And like some people handle it very well. Some people are dying quite violently. Some people are being as respectable about it and as proper about it as possible. They're all trying to cope with this situation as best they can or as violently as possible. And then finally the end credits roll, and then you get the full lyrical version of the song. And that's just like, I don't know, it just got me. And it would do that to me a couple times to where I don't think I would certainly get misty-eyed, very much so. I think if I were to watch it now, I'm a little bit older, it probably wouldn't hit me quite the same way. And mainly because I've experienced it a few times already. But yeah, I can easily say that's like a notable time where I have gotten quite misty-eyed from it. That's just me though.
There's a moment in
Okay.
that movie, not that moment, although
Okay.
I will say that it's an amazing song.
Yes,
Fun
it is.
fact, Celine Dion did that in one take. It was
That's what I've heard.
yeah, it's technically a demo. Like it was just like a rough draft, and they're like, I think we're good.
That's insane. Yeah.
Good and
You
Prince
think?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Right. Dear God, it just speaks to her talent, really. She has other good songs, but that's obviously the more notable from our generation.
Yeah.
You
But
were
yeah,
saying though?
there's a moment when they do a montage of like how everybody's kind of coping with the situation.
Yeah.
And there's a moment where like there's a mother reading to her children, like trying to put them to bed to put them at ease. Cause yeah, that part kind of just
Well,
Right.
now I don't want to watch the movie. I'm already getting all teary.
It's
really
a good
good.
movie.
It really is.
It's a genuinely good
I've
film.
heard, yes.
When I was a little kid, I would ridicule it, and then I finally took the time to watch it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
It's pretty
Yeah,
long.
and it
Remember
was
it
my
came on
first-
2 VHSs? That's how fucking
Yep.
old that movie is.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Come
I
on,
was thinking about that,
VHSs.
yeah.
Oh man, that was such
Mhm.
it's a pretty crazy movie. It's worth watching. Still holds up, I think, quite a lot to this day.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Absolutely.
So for me, my second one is going to be the first 10 minutes of Up.
Oh,
I
sure.
That was
10
going to be my
minutes.
number one. You guys skipped over me, but
I thought you were agreeing with me on Endgame. I thought that was on your list.
I was
to be
agreeing
Oh
with
yeah,
you,
my
but-
bad. I didn't realize you didn't go.
I don't have a list in front of me. Honestly, I'm just gonna fucking burn through a few. that just
Rifle them
come to
off.
mind. Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Well,
But,
yes.
okay, the
The
first,
first
minute-
5 to 10 minutes
Uh-huh.
of Up, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would prefer not to watch those first 10 minutes nowadays.
Oh, she
It's
never
really emotional. It kind of like that is what happens in life, regardless if you want to hear it or not. You know, you're a partner, and one of you two will die first, and
Mhm.
you have to cope with it.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. And he apparently, the main character that we have, doesn't cope with it very well until he comes across a very silly character, which is where the fun comes in for that movie a lot.
Yes.
But
And
it
then
is
it's not so sad.
it's not so sad after that. But it does have its heavy parts even still after that. But yeah,
Yeah.
You know what gets me in that montage is just the
Mhm.
music.
oh sure, oh, of course. That song is called "Married Life." The
Mhm.
like the title track for the movie. It's kind of crazy. It's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
But there goes Pixar making us feel something again.
I
Mhm.
mean, I could put all of Pixar movies on that.
I was gonna
list.
say I
Yeah.
was just gonna put Pixar in its own category because
Yeah,
most of
yeah.
them have some form of emotional. Fucking Coco. Oh my god.
Go
Oh
papa.
my god. God. Don't do it, AJ. Don't do it, AJ.
No, it's me, Mama Coco.
Oh god. Yeah. I could.
Eesh.
Ugh.
Eesh.
I only
know,
saw that
right?
movie once. I don't care to see
Same.
it again. I don't want to cry like that again.
It's such a, I mean, beautiful, like, the culture and everything, but the animation of that movie as well is just fucking,
It's amazing. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
It looks super
it really
good.
is. I saw like a behind the scenes thing on it, and I guess like the afterlife place. It was a mishmash of different like Mexican cultures, like Aztec and like Mayan and stuff. Like it's fucking beautiful.
Hell yeah.
How they just the design of that place.
Hell yeah. I liked how they made it to where like afterlife is where the party's at. That it was like a really fun little theme that they had going on,
Mhm.
I mean, that movie also definitely has its dark angles to it, but at the same time, it's just a beautifully done movie. Coco's
Mhm.
great. Coco's great. So did you want to name one for yourself, Peter?
Since you still up, fuck,
Yeah, I did.
fuck, I had a few. Come back to me.
Oh my gosh. Come back to you.
Okay,
okay.
all right.
Moulin Rouge. That's one.
Oh
Oh, wow.
wow.
I've
I've
Okay.
never seen that movie.
Yeah, I
It's-
unfortunately I've seen some videos on YouTube of like Ewan McGregor singing with Nicole Kidman, and that was great, but I've never seen the movie front to back.
Dude, he's a fantastic fucking. I thought it was like a lip sync or some shit. It's really him singing. He's
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
crazy. The boy can sing. What's
Boy,
the one where they're like laying down on rope or like netting or something like that? I forget. Or like they're like it's like a rooftop scene. I forget what it is.
The
All
one
I
that
know is that
gets
they're
me-
singing together and it's beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I know exactly what song you're talking about, and that's the one that gets me. I don't even know the name
Okay.
because it's like a mishmash. It's like they have their own dialogue. They
Mhm.
sing their own dialogue, but they also have cuts of actual songs in there that they
Yes.
sing. Yeah, it's great. I don't know. Moulin Rouge, beautiful movie,
Right.
especially if you like musicals.
It's
I love
that movie's like pretty old now, like
It's
what, like
fucking
15,
old.
20 years old
2000.
almost.
I think it came out in
Jeez.
2000.
20 years.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Right. I mean, the only thing with that movie is I don't know who's more beautiful. Is it Nicole Kidman or Ewan McGregor?
Definitely
I
you
can't
and
tell
her.
you.
Like without question.
Agreed.
No,
I
I'm not
probably
throwing
agree.
shade toward, but there's no chance. There's just nothing.
He is a fine wine, my friends. He is to be appreciated all the time.
Oh yeah.
For sure. No, I again, I can't speak to my feelings on that movie very much, unfortunately, but okay, I can see why you might get a little emotional from it. All right, respect.
Yep.
All right, is it back to me then?
Yes, it is.
I think so.
Oh boy. All right. I mean, should we are we cool with going with Pixar movies or not?
Oh, my
Or should
next
we
one's
hold off till
100% Pixar.
All right, then I'm just gonna go with it. Then I mean, Toy Story 3,
That was yeah.
the furnace scene where they're all going down together. They're
And they
holding
know
hands.
they're going to die. That's
We've
the worst
talked
part.
about this scene in this podcast before. So yeah, they're all holding hands. They're all grasping for each other, limbs, trying to grab feet, just anything to where they can be with their best friends one more time and together as they all meet their doom.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking Titanic all over again. You know,
that got me really hard the first couple of times. It doesn't really hit me anymore.
Say that phrase
because there's a sequel.
Say that sentence one more time.
The first couple of times I saw that movie, it got me really bad. But I've seen it since.
Good
choice
really... of words. Okay.
What did you think
hard.
I said?
You said it got you really hard.
Oh,
that's all. Only the highest of maturity levels. That's all. No,
I laughed at your joke, AJ.
Thanks, I appreciate it. There it goes. Sorry, but anyway, yeah, that furnace scene, obviously, yeah, it's ridiculous. That is one where I got choked up quite badly. And what was that movie, like 2008, 2009, something like that?
It sounds about right.
Yeah, 2010 maybe.
I want to say 2010.
There you go, 2010 then. Cool. Yeah, but that scene's incredible because, you know, I mean, it goes kind of without saying, but just, I guess, to give backstory to our generation of millennials, you know, Pixar had released Toy Story 1 as like the first full-length CGI film. And it was like, we were like maybe like 6 or something like that when that happened.
7, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like little kids. We loved that film, I would imagine. And then Toy Story 2 came out, and that was a whole nother level. And that was pretty fun as well for what it was. And then finally Toy Story 3 comes out. We never thought that Toy Story would really come back. I remember there being like murmurs about it throughout the years, but I figured, I mean, why would they bring it back? It's so long gone. And then sure enough, they did. And the movie was great. I mean, not only is it like a movie about like growing up and kind of letting go of your past a little bit, but also, and it's not just from like an Andy perspective, it's mostly the toys perspective as well, to where like they have to learn that they're not going to be together anymore. Like people change and friendships change and people grow apart, and it's a natural part of life. And like that was another note that got me, like near the end of the movie when he's like playing, like showing the little girl his toys and stuff like that, and like, hey, this is Sheriff Woody and this is what he's known for.
Yeah,
he's the best guy, best friend a guy could ever have.
Yeah, that montage is pretty tugs at the heartstrings.
The music comes in, the classic Toy Story music, and it's like, fuck, don't do this to me right now. So yeah, it's like I'm remembering what it was like sitting in theaters when all of a sudden the little girl's growing in what's her name, Molly, I think it is, something like that. Anyway, like she starts to grow an appreciation for him, or for Woody as well, and the rest of the toys, and it's like, god damn it, like I'm letting go of my own childhood watching this damn movie right now. It's really rough. And so like, obviously hats off to Pixar for pulling it off once again. Yeah, so that's my choice.
Okay,
Toy Story 3 got me good.
Episode.
Yeah, I know, right?
It definitely is. Well, my number one pick is the movie WALL-E.
Oh, okay.
I remember when that movie came out, I did not want to see it. I did not care to see it.
Wow, I didn't know that part.
A movie that had little to no talking, I'm good, especially at that age. And then just randomly, my dad rented it to watch it with my brother.
Oh.
And he was like, "You want to watch it?" I was like, "Sure, why not?" And yeah, like maybe 15 minutes, and I'm already tearing up. That's a movie that I don't think I can get through. I haven't watched it in like 7 years because.
How does that movie start? Like, Like what
It's
part?
Wally cleaning
Cleaning
up.
up trash.
Oh,
Yeah.
just
And
alone.
then he meets Eva, and then the whole he's
Little
like
E.
by her side. I'm already
Mm.
getting teary.
Right. So
Yeah, I don't know what it is, and the biggest reason why I didn't want to see the movie is the thing that hits me the most is that there does not need to be any type of language. It's just their actions and the music that's going on the score. It's amazing.
Mm.
right. Is that your love language in like act?
Acts of service.
There you go. Acts of service. Is
Mhm.
that maybe one of your love languages?
Yeah.
Probably why it speaks to you so well. Then yeah, that makes sense though. It is really touching, like how he like falls in love with her, and so he's trying to do like anything to get her attention and like to
Mhm.
get her to notice him and appreciate him. And then finally, like for a moment, she does, and then boom, she's sucked up into space. It's like, oh my god! And then he goes on this whirlwind adventure. It is a fun
Mhm.
movie. I don't know if I cried for it, but it is a great movie.
From
nonetheless.
beginning to end, guys. From beginning to
Tears.
end.
Really?
Dehydrated.
Respect. I'm not hating.
Yeah, goddamn. I don't think
All right.
even
That
I had
robot
a reaction
love.
to that movie, to any movie.
I don't know what it was. I still don't know what it is. I honestly think it's because of the score and like their actions that they do for each other, or what he does for her.
Yes. And then eventually, but then she becomes a badass and freaking saves the day. And that makes that character even more awesome as well.
Mhm.
She's like, oh no, baby, we're going to be just fine. Especially like the wanted picture that they have, throwing up her gat to the camera.
Yeah.
I love that shit. She's such a badass character.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really is. So yeah,
It's super charming. God damn it,
definitely
Pixar.
That's my
Okay.
number one.
Oh wow.
Unexpected, like I said, unexpected. Did not want to see it.
Sure.
And yeah, the biggest reason I didn't want to see it is the biggest reason why I love it.
Oh, that's romantic in and of itself.
I should watch that movie again. I saw Up
Yeah.
recently, like a few months ago. I should watch
Ooh.
Wall-E.
That, I mean, every movie we're talking about, I mean, is super gorgeous animation wise, but it's Pixar. They have their standard that they set. It's
They've
kinda
had a
hard.
few misses.
I mean, maybe as far as like story goes,
In like the early
I'll agree.
2000s, in the early to mid 2000s, they were like on fire. They had like a track record. Every movie was just a hit. And then they kind of lost steam.
They
Yeah.
well, I mean,
When they started making
Cars-
car sequels.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I stand by the third one being fucking amazing.
I
That
seen
third
the
one
third
is
one.
good.
I
It is
remember
good.
I remember that dark ass ominous trailer where he's like flipping out during like Talladega or something like that, and it's like this cold ass trailer. So
That
I
feels-
do look forward to seeing that.
That feels like a direct sequel to Cars 1. Cars 2 was banking on Mater.
I didn't even see
Mhm.
Cars 2. I
Yeah,
don't
neither
think.
did I. But I heard it was
You
awful.
don't need to skip it. I would honestly strongly recommend watching Cars 3.
Okay,
That
I
was a
appreciate that.
great car. If you enjoyed Cars 1,
It was
Which I
all right.
did.
that's the
It was
thing.
all right. It was cool for what it was.
All right.
I mean, Mater's cool.
Mater's annoying. They
Yeah,
really
he
toned him
gets
down.
yeah, I was gonna say like I don't know.
He's
He
like
he was their
at-
moneymaker.
He's old
Yeah.
at Vivian in Cars 3. He's not very much in it anymore.
Oh no, he's
No,
Rose in the Rise
how'd
of
you do it?
Skywalker. Just
How-
like, hey,
Oh.
I had to do it.
Why you
I
doing
watched the
like that?
reunion special.
Why are you doing it like that?
oh, I haven't seen the reunion special yet. Oh shit,
Oh yeah, it's great. It's really good.
It's pretty good, yeah.
nice. I do need to take the time. HBO Max, right?
There's a touch.
Yep.
Speaking of being crying at moments, there's a touching like Uncle Phil tribute. That's
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Number four to my list. That
Nice.
one. That got me.
Respect.
That was one of those moments I tried to look at my phone so the tears wouldn't come out.
Oh my gosh, like I gotta find something boobies right now. God damn it. Yvonne sitting next to you. Are you watching porn right now?
Don't judge my methods.
Fucking Peter. Nice. All right, Pete Fresh, what you got, my friend?
Okay, so I've already stated that there's no rhyme or reason to it. Sometimes I just cry
Not
at
hating.
movies. I'm gonna lump these two together because they're both superhero movies. I have cried at Shazam, and I have cried at Into the Spider-Verse,
Whoa.
Okay, I can see Into the Spider-Verse.
but not for the reason you
Shazam?
think. The moment that makes me cry. Okay, let me explain. Let me explain. For the Spider-Verse part that actually gets me is actually the part where he first dons the suit and they're having that montage of him like testing out like his
Yeah.
the swinging
When
and
he,
shit.
when he goes down.
Right? He's
Yeah.
becoming a hero.
Yeah, fucking dope. That whole movie like is just I've sung its praises ad nauseum at this point, but it's so
It deserves it.
good.
It
It
deserves
is
it.
so I'll just have it on in the background, like just while I'm doing house chores. But there's moments that I'll catch myself just standing there and watching, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be fucking mopping or some shit. It's so fucking good. Just the music and the character design, the artistry, like the
voice
animations, the
acting.
voice acting, the fucking
Yeah.
music. It's so beautiful and so well done. And it's
Agreed.
just the whole movie is pretty much his origin story. And I just love there's so many small details that I love. I love after the montage, they slap his comic book on the screen, just like they did with all of the other
ones.
backstories that they've done with all the other characters. It's so beautiful. I love it. So good.
It's a very coming of age hero's tale. It's pretty
Best
awesome.
Spider-Man movie, period. Don't at me.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Hands down.
Definitely tugs on the heartstrings more than any of them. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Shazam.
Yes, Shazam. I think I know what you're going to say, but maybe I'm wrong. Go ahead.
It's the part where, because they kind of foreshadow it, but I didn't catch it, and it caught me really off guard. It's the part at the very end where he like shares his powers with his brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
And
dang, there he goes.
Excuse me.
It's happening.
No, it's all right. Oh wow.
It's just it kind of goes back to what I said before about like togetherness and just like it's just that God, I can't get through this. I can't actually.
I mean, they worked as a team. They were a family. They
just Google boobies, Peter. You'll be fine.
Exactly. Google boobies. Google boobies. Don't share the screen, but Google boobies.
Don't show the screen. But yeah, just like he embraces them as his family, and they're all reactions. They're all just like genuinely like shocked and thrilled to have experienced it all. I don't know.
It's super fun. It's a super fun scene. Like I remember, I again didn't cry, but I did get emotional in the sense that I felt like a little kid again watching Power Rangers or something. Like I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. Like that, it was so much fun. Like, and especially how bubbly the characters get. Like the youngest sister, how she's like,
I love her so much.
sweet.
She's so adorable and so sweet. Yeah, it's so.
And even as an adult, it's super like charming and cute. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then like you get all the brothers, they become like super powerful as well, and like they find their powers within themselves. It's super fun. Yeah, it's super fun. Sin and I really recently rewatched that, and it was super cool to see that scene again as well. I look forward to the sequel. I can't wait.
Yeah, me too. I'm so excited.
Oh
that.
yeah,
Right.
super hype.
Hell yeah. Oh, wow. I wouldn't have thought tears for that part, but I figured if there was anywhere where you'd feel it, it would probably have to be there, or when you find out the mother was a terrible person.
I saw that coming. I saw that coming from a mile away.
Fair enough. I don't remember if I had an inkling about it, but I guess I could see as to how we could. But yeah,
I called it from the very beginning when, like, seriously, when they were doing that opening, like his mom, like being super nice at the carnival or whatever. And I'm just like, this feels like a fake memory. This doesn't, I feel like I know exactly where this is going.
Okay.
And sure enough, I did. I nailed it.
Fair enough.
Mainly hates watching movies with me sometimes because I'll just do that.
Do you cry more than she does?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Respect.
Okay,
Respect.
yeah, absolute respect. I wish I could be that guy. I wish I could, but I won't allow it. I don't know why. I'm just
Agreed.
terrible like that.
I just won't.
I want to though. And again, I love it when it happens where it's unbearable, where it's like it has to come out. I can't hold it back anymore. I'm already doing this and shit, so I might as well let it happen. All right. So let me move on to another one of mine. I definitely know that it hit me. I don't remember crying exactly, which I know is the topic, but it was still super emotional nonetheless. And it's in the movie. It's a very silly, cute movie, but Marley and Me with it's just it's a heavy scene that goes down.
Doesn't the dog die
Isn't
at
that
the
a
end of that
comedy?
movie?
It's a comedy. It is. It's just a story about a family man. He's really successful. He's got a beautiful wife, beautiful family. Everyone gets along. It's fun. And he decides to adopt this little dog. It's a cute little like golden, like yellow lab or something like that. And they adopt it, and it goes over the course of this dog's life. And then, like the tale of every pet, eventually it's their time to go. And when it's his time to go, it gets kind of real. Like Owen Wilson does a really beautiful job, like having his last conversation with the dog to where it's just like it's pretty heavy, and it's like it's kind of a conversation that I've had similar to back in the day, and now that I'm older, I feel like I'm gonna have an even more. I don't want to use the word deep, but I'll have maybe even an even stronger connection when my next conversation comes with my dogs one day. And it's just like, God damn it, I could see it going very similar to this, and it sucks, but it's a very beautifully done scene. Very,
There's
very well done.
yeah.
It's not cheesy.
Yeah.
Something
Well,
about
anything
letting go of
anything dog related like that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
it's just
It's
letting
really
go
easy
of your best friend who you didn't need to have conversations with all night, but they're there for you no matter what, and they love you no matter what you look like or how you are, and they're super forgiving if you happen to step on their tail or something like that.
They never judge you fucking coming home 4 a.m. drunk. They don't give a shit. They're
Right.
just like, hey,
It's you. It's my best
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
Now let's go to bed and cuddle. You know what I mean? And it's
Mhm.
like, I don't know. And this, the way that dog made a connection with those characters, it's like, God damn it, I'm feeling that all over again. And so yeah, that I'd have to say Marley and Me gets me quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's a good one. It's just a fun movie overall.
I think most people
You-
have had experiences in some capacity of losing,
awful
having to
awful
say goodbye to a
experience.
pet. Yeah, it's not great.
No, not good.
It's not the easiest thing
It's
in
the
the world,
biggest
but it's
reason
part of life.
It's the biggest reason I didn't want to get another pet is because I didn't want to go through that again. And now I'm gonna have to someday.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoy Zoe. Get ready for her inevitable doom.
She's right.
But-
She's
Just
looking
kidding.
at me right now from she's laying down. She's curled up in her little butter croissant form, just taking a nap.
Right. Oh, so cute. So cute.
So beautiful.
So
You
cute.
gonna die one day, but you're beautiful. Sad part is you can say that to anybody.
While we're on the
Either
topic of
kill
pets,
yourself or get killed. What you gonna
Right.
do?
what you gonna do? Let me just mention this as like a little honorable mention as far as pet stuff goes. It's not the Futurama episode where his dog
Oh my god, that
Fucking
episode.
God, how could I forget? Yeah, that episode.
that
that
one
one
came
hits
out of
hard.
nowhere for me. I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna watch Futurama. I don't watch this often, but when I do, it's fun. And I was like, oh, this is not no. You waited all that time for years and he never came back.
Mhm.
Okay, there's
And-
also
Yeah.
the
Well,
Simpsons episode.
Hold on, but before you jump into the next topic, it's the fact that that Fry. Hello.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Sorry,
I got you.
connections got really weird for a second. It's
Oh,
the
okay.
fact that Fry's like, no, don't bring him back. I didn't realize he lived a long and healthy life. Like, I don't want to take it away from him. And then that's when,
You find out the truth that he didn't, that he waited forever and he would have been ecstatic to see him again.
yeah.
He
Oh
brings the
my
dog
God.
back, right?
I think in a much later episode, I think they do.
They
It's
actually
such a
bring it back,
tragic
but still,
tale.
it's still the sad
Mhm.
episode.
It's the saddest
Um,
thing in the world because you could easily see a dog doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God damn
Well,
it.
yeah, just waiting for you.
Right.
Um,
Loyal to
We
a
don't
fault.
With-
deserve dogs.
With the Simpsons one, it's the one where Homer gets fired and needs to ask for his job, or he quits and he needs to ask for his job back because of Maggie.
Oh, shit.
And then he has like the do it for her, and it's like all of the pictures of.
I was gonna bring that up after he mentioned the dog one. I was gonna bring
Yeah.
that exact thing up. That makes that gets me.
Yeah, that one's really
It's just
Touching.
the part. It's the part right at the very end where he's like, "How come there's no pictures of Maggie?" He's like, "I have them where I need them the most."
Wait, what? I don't know about this episode.
I'm starting to get a little.
Yeah.
What happens?
So
It's an old one too.
It's a super
hell are you
old
talking
episode.
about?
It's the family's going through, I think, the photo album
Mhm.
or something, and then they're talking about God, what are they talking about?
It's a flashback episode. I think Homer works at like the bowling alley and he's happy. He's having a
That's
great
right. It's
time.
his dream job. It's to work
Yeah.
at the bowling alley. But then they find out that they have that Marge is pregnant again with Maggie. And so he's forced to go ask for his job back at the plant, which he does reluctantly, and he does get his job back. And there's a part at the very end, because it's kind of a somber episode because Homer has to turn his back on his dream job and everything.
And he
Work at
quit
the
in a
bowling
terrible
alley.
way. He didn't
Yeah.
just say it quit. It was in a terrible way. So when he got rehired, Mr. Burns told him, "You're here for life." And he puts up a sign that says something like that.
It says like you're stuck with or something like that. Like, yeah, don't forget you're
Okay.
stuck here or some shit like that.
Jesus.
And so they're going through a photo album, and then I think Lisa notices that there's no photos of Maggie, and there's like, why aren't there any photos of Maggie? And then Homer says, he says, I keep them where I need them the most. And oh God, he taped them over that sign. He taped all the pictures over that sign, so instead it reads, "Do it for her."
Oh wow, that's cool. That's cool. Damn, that's pretty heavy. That's pretty heavy.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and Google boobies. I'll be back.
Right. Holy shit. I mean, yeah, it just obviously speaks to the sacrifices a parent has to make for a child, or chooses, if you're a good parent, to make for a child, you know?
Yep.
Jesus Christ. And I think we can all say we're lucky enough to have our parents have sacrificed as much as they have for us. It's crazy, dude. That's heavy as shit. I didn't know the Simpsons went hard like that. Dear God.
They do every now
I'm
and
sure
then.
there are other episodes, but that's the one that hits the hardest, I think.
Jesus Christ. I did not know that. I've been blind to the beauty of the Simpsons, apparently. Shit.
First few seasons, first 9 seasons, yes.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
It gets a little weird after that.
Oh, sure.
Some hits or misses.
Yeah, for sure. Oy, oy. Oh,
Well,
man.
I listed all my movies, and you guys reminded me of more episodes that made me sad. So
That's good. So fuck us. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else I can mention, I don't think. I mean, there's Inside Out, again, by Pixar, where again
I never
it's
saw it.
Oh,
I didn't like
really?
that one.
Oh, I would recommend. Really, you didn't like it?
Wasn't a fan of it. No, I'm good.
Oh,
That
maybe
little girl
because
got on my nerves. The little blue
Oh.
girl who's always depressed. It got annoying after a while.
Oh, I thought it was funny, comic relief in a way. Like, oh, gee, was that Melissa McCarthy? I want to say that might have been. It sounds like her now that I think about it. It might not be. I'm gonna check
Not sure.
that. I want to check that out. But anyway, I personally would recommend it, Peter. I think it's a fine movie, and it's another like coming of age tale where you kind of have to. I guess it's a story about like eventually we all come to terms in our life where we are growing up, and there's some things that we let go of, and there's some things that we'll kind of always hold on to forever. And I guess also accepting that we are obviously emotional beings, as this episode has displayed before us, but also that it's okay to have emotions, but also about learning how to manage them and kind of becoming an adult to a degree.
Certainly.
At least that's my interpretation of it.
Mhm.
But anyway,
Right.
super fun. Oh no, it's Phyllis Smith is that actor that plays Sadness, but still I personally liked it a lot. There is one scene that I won't spoil for you though, but definitely choked me up a bit. Kind of just leaning on the themes I was just talking about.
Gotcha.
A Walk to Remember, the ending to that movie is a little bit for me.
Is
I
that the
think
one with Mandy Moore?
Mandy Moore, yeah.
Never saw it.
No, never.
It's cool for what it is. It's cool for
It's
I
a
grew up
chick
with
flick,
two
huh?
little sisters,
Yeah.
so I was definitely exposed to movies like that pretty often.
Okay.
And my sisters are exceptionally girly, so I would certainly watch those films. But I appreciate it because it actually educated me towards films of that nature. And some of them, like A Walk to Remember, were actually kind of good.
Okay.
I'll put it that way. But yeah, there's a scene in that movie that, towards the tail end, it'll get you. I'll put it that way. Especially
All right.
knowing how easily you can tend to cry now, I think you should just take the time to watch it.
It's
Haley's
a
gonna be
lot.
like, "You're watching what movie?" Okay, I guess we'll watch it.
I'm not
She's
gonna
gonna
lie,
end
I'm
up
probably
googling
not-
boobies.
I need to Google booty.
She might.
Right?
She might. Probably
After this
before I
shit.
do.
Right. What else you got, Peter? Let's
Oh
see
boy.
if we can call it soon.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to. I'm sure there's a lot that I am forgetting.
We can always do a part 2 down the line.
Yeah, maybe I'll think
Not
of a
opposed
list.
to that. Yeah,
Not
it
at
was
all.
hard for me to get to 3.
I don't know. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, I guess. One of my favorite movies.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin that for me.
Okay.
That's on my list to watch.
Yeah, it's
a good one.
It is a good one.
I would
And
like to
it's
use
heartbreaking.
the word
I know
cathartic,
about
but I don't
it.
even think that would even do it either. Because I don't feel like there's enough positivity in the film. There's not enough positivity
There's
to
hope.
warrant that word.
There's hope in there.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
don't know.
Hope
If,
is
I
like
don't know
the
if that's
last.
the same as positivity, but there's some hopefulness.
It's a longing for positivity. It's
Yeah.
optimism toward positivity eventually.
yeah.
There you go.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I'd
I'll put-
recommend you see it.
If I may, I haven't seen the movie in years, probably like a decade or so, maybe a little less than that, maybe like 8 years, but even still, that movie, I appreciated it because I do agree, Peter, there is hope in there, but it's as uncertain as real life as far as there being hope, which I think is why it hits so hard sometimes,
Yeah.
if I may. It's kind of crazy because you don't know how well things are going to go.
Yeah.
Put it that
It's
way.
in the same. I guess it's similar. Okay, hear me out before you tear into me. I guess it's similar to Marley and Me.
I thought you were going to say Mario Kart. I was like, wait,
No, no.
what?
In the sense that
You're going to get the blue shell or you're going to get a rainbow? Or a fucking
you just never
lightning
know.
bolt. You never know.
Never know. No,
Sorry. Sorry.
It's similar to that to Marley and Me in the sense that this is real life. Like this is stuff that happens.
They're going for the cheap stuff. They know it gets us going because it's relatable. God damn it. I feel you. All right. Well, I'm down to definitely do a part 2 in the future. For those of you who are watching or listening, let us know which movies make you cry and let us know what we missed. Which ones did we miss? That way we can talk about them in the future, possibly. Or we could say, no, you're terrible. That's terrible taste in movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Hit us up in the comments or reach out to us, Beer Belly Pod on Twitter and Instagram for sure.
They're less successful
Agree or
podcast.
disagree? Or are we just big babies, which we probably are to a degree?
Yep, that's the
I
one.
cried at the Parent
Babies.
Trap.
Clearly.
So,
I cried at a superhero movie. Lots of them.
well, you're a big goddamn nerd.
Goddamn
So
nerd.
One that's considered a comedy.
we need to have that as an SD Geek shirt one day. Goddamn nerd. I like that. Goddamn nerd. I'm into it. We need to eventually get merch down. We're at episode 100. I think
Yeah.
we've earned it at this point.
All right. Is that the show?
I think that's the show, sir. Take us away.
All right. Well, like AJ just mentioned, if you want to shout us out what movies made you cry, you can reach us at stgeekpod@gmail.com. You can contact us on all the socials at stgeekpod on Instagram. Excuse me, Facebook. What's the other one? God damn it. I was so close. I was trying really hard this time. Twitter.
Just think
Where's the other
basic
one?
social media. There we go.
Yes. You can reach us on there. If you have any topics you want us to give a try, whether it's movies, TV shows, comic books, video game, which would probably take a bit far longer. I don't think we've ever reviewed a game before. But we do talk about them a hell of a lot. So
That counts. That counts for
Yeah.
something.
So recommend us that, I guess. We'll try to give that a shot eventually. I mean, AJ won't finish it, but John and I might. So yeah, I think that's the show.
Cool. Well, it's been great. Episode 100. Holy crap. Maybe, hopefully, if we're able to do it, 100 more. We'll see.
100 more. We'll see.
Okie dokie.
All right. Well,
Next time.
that's it. See you next time, everybody. Peace.
Bye.